Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Welcome everybody for another great episode of Brutally Honest. I'm your host, Stitches NBC, and today I am joined with... I'm not gonna introduce you guys. How many times we gotta go through this? True, what's your name, bro?
Man, it's True.
What's up, man?
It's True. We here. Let's go. We in the building.
It's your boy Brutal Keith, aka Simba.
Yo, hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, you Simba again? All right. He used to be Hitch. He used to be Hitch. Anyway, the show's not about you. We're back to the roots. All right, back to the roots of things. How's everybody doing? Thank y'all all for tuning in. Press 1 if y'all watching live. Press 2 if this is a replay. And just comment if you guys want a shout out. Welcome to the new studio, the new look. This is the new Brutally Honest. Same essence, same element, same delivery of giving you guys the brutal, honest truth. Today we're going to talk about such things as far as dating, right? I think we should actually describe and explain what dating is nowadays. That's going to be number one.
Oh,
number two, I actually want to talk about as far as, you know, if I'm going out on a date with shorty and it's not clicking and we're not vibing, I'm not going to just leave you there. I'm not going to just leave her there. True. I'm going to finish the date. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about, does a man always have to pay on a date? Even if the girl's inviting him. I mean, the shorty invited the dude out and he still feels like he needs to pay.
No.
Yeah.
No? Yes? No? I love it. I love it. Keep talking to me. Keep talking to me.
No.
We're also going to talk about why do you keep accepting invites if you have no interest and there's no future? And what I mean by this is like this. You're talking with somebody. This goes for men and women. I'm not going to just target females or just men here. No, we all go through this situation. So it's like, so you're talking to somebody. You already know that it's just a smash. It's only physical. It's only sex. And that's all it is. And you communicated this to the person. But the person is always inviting you, hey, I know you're hungry, Papi. How about you come through to my family's house? We have a family get-together, a family outing, a company business party, things like that, right? Why do you keep accepting these invites knowing that there's no future with that person? Is it misleading? We're going to talk about that. But one thing I want to get off my chest, if you really feel like trolling is fun, it's entertainment, if you really feel like it's okay for you to wake up and your goal is to ruin somebody's day, if you really feel like trolling is amusement for your own personal pleasure, ruining somebody's day, messing them up, having somebody triggering people, pushing people's buttons, if you really feel like that's cool, y estamos bien, estamos tranquilos and all that, guess what? The only thing that tells me is that you're a miserable person. Period. I am not going to apologize for that. I mean exactly what I'm saying about that, because I understand, like, some people don't take social media that serious.
Facts.
They take it like it's entertainment and it's fun and things like that. But it was something that you was telling me actually a few minutes ago. Like, some people actually treat this as business, and that's why they're more personal with it, right? Because it's like, oh, what are you trying to do? You're trying to throw dirt on my name. You're trying to slander my brand.
Right.
What's so funny about this?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. As far as if you really feel like trolling is fun, you are a miserable person. That's it. That's all we're going to talk about as far as that goes. But let me put this up here. I love you guys. How we looking? I know we're looking good, guys. I know we're looking good.
Yeah.
One if it's live, two for replay, and comment. If you guys just want to shout out, I got all the comments here. We here. Now, anything you want to say as far as trolling? Just trolling goes. I know you're inviting people. I appreciate that. But just trolling, bro. Get it off your chest, my killer. I know you got something to say.
I agree with what you said, man. You got to be a miserable person if all you're looking to do is make other people miserable. Like everybody says, and it's a saying, it goes without saying, right? Misery loves
company.
So all they trying to do, the trollers are trying to bring you in to get you in the level that they on. I'm not for that.
Deep.
What you got to say about that as
man.
far as trolling?
Get you some business, man. Like, get you to do something, man.
Have you been trolled before?
Oh yeah, man.
I think it's safe to say we've all been trolled before. Right?
Definitely before, and it's like, you know, I mean, now if I don't know you, you know, I already put you in this category. But if I know you personally and you trolling me, I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, bro, I know your mama stay. Come on, man. Time to cut it out. You know
and it's funny, bro, because I actually have posted, like, the way I portray myself on social media is exactly how I am in real life. My closest friends and family know this. Unfortunately, a lot of y'all won't be able to share this post.
Yeah, I mean, just real. I mean, 'cause to me, I look at most trolling is initially like clout chasing. Like
there's a
reason that they're trolling you. You know what I'm saying? They want that attention. Like when people do stuff for a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Some people say some things just to get a certain reaction out of you, like you said. And I agree with that whole misery loves company. They feel a way about something. They want to get this certain reaction. Because if you're doing anything for another person's reaction, you have an issue with yourself. Period. I don't care what you guys have. I mean, period. Just
to add on to the thing, like you said, as far as especially if I know you personally. Especially, that's caps right there. Especially if I know you personally. And because, if I don't know you and you're just trolling me and you love to put negative comments and things like that, then it is what it is. I'm just going to brush it off my shoulder. I don't know you. Apparently, you don't know any better. Right. Period. But if I know you and I know you and you know me and we've chilled and you trying this funny, slick shit on social media, like you said, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to check you on that. Because if you can't tell me these things to my face, what gives you the right to say it on social media and now it's a joke? It's not no joke, period. It's not no joke.
You meant that.
And we need to have a balance with this. I feel like I need to say this because if we focus too much on people always trying to ruin our days, they're actually going to seed with your mission. Which is why we need to brush it off our shoulders. And if you do know them, check them. Check them right there on social media, straight up. That's what we're going to talk about. Now, ladies, does a man always have to pay? Does a man always have to pay for a date? Let me give the shout outs. Remy, La Bella, Betty, everybody, Tina, thank you, LaShawn, Maria, Keith Coney, right here, thank you. Tanisha, Maria Rosada, thank you all for tuning in. Press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay. Yeah, both said yeah. No. A man is always supposed to pay for a date.
I said yeah. I said yeah.
You think so?
I think a man is always supposed to pay.
We about to go da. She invites you.
She
got her homies too. You gonna pay?
I might pay for her. See, here's the thing. Here's what I mean by that. If she invited me and I'm there for her, I'm not worried about the next man or what they got going on. Mm-hmm. If I'm there for her, then yeah, I'm going to take care of her and make sure she's straight. Just because for me personally, that's just how I am. I've never been around a woman and they felt like I couldn't provide. And what I mean by that is, even on a date, if I'm meeting you for the first time,
you have to explain.
So is that more ego?
I can't provide.
Always.
You have to explain.
Always.
And what I mean is,
actually, I said for 2020. I'm trying not to say that. Right?
No, I got you.
But I appreciate it.
But I understand what you're saying. But that's more because it's as a man. As a man, because you're saying the key word as far as providing. Oh, I'm going to provide. But that's why we add into that question like, damn, my killer, she invited you out.
So what?
What do you mean, so what? So, okay.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Did she expect you to pay anyway?
Now, that might be a question for her. But to answer that, if she knows me, she probably did. And what I mean by that is this.
So they don't ask.
Imply. Imply. Don't it?
I was going to say. Agreed. It's crazy because I was going to say you hit him over the head. He wasn't ready.
Yes.
What a killer. But the thing about that though is this. Even if she implied that she would do it for you, would you let her?
Would I let her?
Would you let her?
Well, if it's Thursday and I'm getting paid on a Friday, yeah, I'm gonna let her.
Alright, I'm gonna drop this one. Right? Okay, look. I feel like, because we're in time now,
we got a lot of talkers today.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Shout out to everybody that's commenting and sharing them. Much love.
What's good, bro?
My heart on this is like, okay, if you invite me, and I'm saying like, you're not implying you actually invited me, this and that. We are now living in a time, you know what I'm saying, back in the older days, we were, as a man, we understand this, okay, we're going to provide, period, we're going to do this and that. But now we've gotten to a point where women, they are happy, understanding that they have their independence. They want to bring in, what I'm saying, they're bringing in just as much as you. She might want to treat you.
Facts.
And then you paying for it may not be the how is it, that's like me saying, hey girl, I want to take you to this, and that, but I want you to pay for it. That's not treating the person. You're not treating them. You're not this and that. And you might want to show her
like that you said
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
I got something to say to that.
A little bit more into the relationship is more than just I'm providing. And because, you know, in real life, when the person is providing, they feel like they have a sense of a certain control over that situation. She might want to spoil her man. If you want to spoil me, baby, go ahead.
Not all the time, though.
Not all the time.
Bro, it's women that agree with you.
Rarely.
Yeah, it's
rarely.
rarely.
But I'm gonna say rarely.
If
you were to give it a percentage, how much of a percentage would you give it
where it's
okay, where you feel this is for you, my personal question. Out of your perspective and your preference, what percentage out of 100 would you give a female the chance to treat you? 10%, 5%? I know it ain't 50.
It's real low. That's not 50. I give a smooth 25. You know what I'm saying?
You give her a quarter at a time.
So
every 4 times you go out, you gonna let her pay one.
But I mean, I say
that's 25
for that one, right?
Yeah, because I say you still are, we still have, come on, man. We're innately built like this. We're built to, we're the providers. This is how we feel like a man. But at the same time, we can't cut her off as in you ain't never paying for nothing. She might want to do something for you.
But feeling like a man, that has a lot to do with machista and ego.
Exactly.
Period. Right? All right, cool. So we can feel like a man and we want to provide and we want to treat her like a queen. That's all good. But we have to give them the chance for them to treat us like kings as well. Now, you're saying 25%. I'm not going to agree or disagree with that as far as my own personal preference on it, but it's around the same number. It's definitely not 50. Yeah, it's definitely not. Matter of fact, bro, I think it's 20%, 15%. I'm gonna give it because when he putting out, so every 1 out of 4 times, no, it's probably gonna be every 2 out of 10 times. Yeah. So that's like a 20%. Like, you know what? You want to treat me nice. You want to do what it is that you want to show me out. You want to show me how much you appreciate me, and I should, as a man, understand that. That's number one. I should understand that, and I should allow it as well because now now it's a competition. No, I'm the man. I'm always going to pay. I'm always paying. It's always on me. It's always on me. It's always on me. And then we actually have the nerve to say that Shorty does nothing for me. When you're not even giving her the chance to treat you.
Yeah. Well, hold on. She says, somebody said that. She said 50-50.
Of course, females are going to say 50-50.
That's Love Bella. But
females don't understand a guy's point of view, and this is the main reason why they do tune into Brutally Honest Unfiltered, so that they can get a guy's point of view. Now, I'm not disagreeing or rebutting on anything anybody is commenting. Ladies, if y'all really do feel it's 50-50, then more power to you guys. It's all good. I'm just saying from a guy's perspective, we don't feel comfortable is the right word to use. We don't feel comfortable with it. We feel emasculated.
Well, let me ask this. Let me ask this.
I wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me ask this though. Okay, because I feel like we're also speaking in a reference of. I'm not saying to everybody, but let's say for myself, we're kind of speaking in a reference of the present. Like, we may not have it, but like say we were these multimillionaires and your woman's pursued her goals and she's hitting them. We'll put my friend. A Jay-Z and a Beyonce, they're both hitting their goals. They're both well endowed. Everybody's well endowed. Mm-hmm. So she wants to, baby. I'm just saying because look, we tired of socks. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Ties and socks. If you keep getting your man ties and socks, baby, he not saying nothing, but he's sick and tired of it. Okay, he needs some more. Okay, study your man just like you want your man to study you.
Don't let this guy tell y'all that. We run out of socks all the damn time.
That's rude.
And we don't ever buy any.
Keep bringing the damn socks. But put something else with the socks in the tie. Goddamn. But
I wear boxers too.
Yeah, give me some drawers or something. Right? Besides, give me something. But at the same time, y'all both well endowed, right? And y'all got it. And I'm just saying, say she might want to do more than just get you something for Valentine's Day and your birthday. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. She want to do things for you. She want to just as much as she got it just like you. She hustling just like you. She is happy that you have been supporting her dreams just like she been supporting your dreams. So she want to do stuff for you. She want to do, baby, I want to take you to this spot. Because, women are into these things. So, I'm checking.
That's perfect, and I love it. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been surprised before in your life?
Rarely, but yeah.
Rarely. See, you just said it. Rarely. Here's the thing. I'm not saying women can't take a man out or invite a man out. I'm not saying women can't pay for things. You're right. It's 2020. Women are independent. Hell, they probably taking care of men the way they take care of their kids at this point. So some people, some cases. But what I'm saying is this. If she wants to do something for you, what's wrong with saying, babe, meet me here, and not even telling you what's going on? And then when you get there, it's dinner, it's whatever y'all doing, y'all out, and her doing something where she surprises you with it. Now, if she wants to surprise me with something,
I like that too.
You know what? I'm going to let her, to bring back what you're saying.
Yeah.
Women want to do stuff for men too. It's not always about our pockets, and I'm not saying that.
Nice.
But if I'm going to take you out to dinner, we eating.
Mm-hmm. It is all about your pockets.
Well, for me, it is. It only in a sense of
just hold up, bro.
But that's why I pose that question. Say you guys are at a. That's why I pose that question. Say you guys are at a level because we're looking in the present. We know it was pockets. But say you're at a point where money is a thing. $30 million or something like that ain't nothing. That's like $30 to you. So money is not a thing. Money ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't a thing.
But it ain't
y'all
about
both will doubt.
It's about the thought.
No wonder she's around.
No
wonder she's around since money ain't a problem.
Yes, but not just you. But I'm saying, like I said, that's why I put it in the aspect. It's not just you well endowed with money. You know what I'm saying? She's well endowed. She's pursuing her career. She's got it, just like you got it. Mm-hmm. If she wants to surprise you, I feel like at that point, if she wants to surprise you and actually pay, and you like, oh, I'm surprised, but then is it really a surprise? Bro, I'm coming out of my pocket.
Bro, I hear you, but if I take Oprah on a date, I'm paying. I don't care if she's the richest woman on the damn planet. I'm not going to feel like less of a man to make her feel like she did something for me.
Nigga, you see what's stabbing?
Unless she surprised me.
Shout out to Stabman.
She better surprise me.
Shout out to Stabman.
That's
why Stabman kicking it. That's why Stabman kicking it. Shout out to Stabman. Stabman know his spot. He ain't mad, baby.
Hey, listen.
Oprah, you got another commercial.
If you stumble upon this and you want to take me on a date, baby, I'm going to treat you. Let me
he out here talking about Oprah. Apparently, he don't care nothing about looks. Okay, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. The reason why I'm saying a couple of things here and there is because of a meme that's going out from Chris Rock. And Chris Rock actually said, women, children, and pets are the only thing that's loved unconditionally.
Facts.
A man is loved conditionally.
That's facts.
Now, I'm not saying that I agree or disagree, but that's the reason why I'm saying that, so I can start a conversation. But if I really wanted to start a conversation, the question I'm going to ask everybody now, especially the ladies, do y'all prefer somebody older or younger than you? That's it.
Yeah, bro.
If I gave you guys a choice, and this is a choice, and please don't tell me if I'm giving y'all, if y'all like chocolate or vanilla, y'all over here coming up with strawberry. No, stick to the point, stick to the topic, and now y'all gonna get ignored. The question is, do you prefer a man 10 years older than you, or a man 10 years younger than you? That's it.
And for us, I'm assuming
it's all legal.
Women
all legal.
Younger or older?
All legal.
Well, depending on your preference, I would hope
no
it's
statutory and stuff.
We talk to the masses.
Nah, but I'm saying like this. So when I was saying like, even if I'm on a date, or should we finish off the recap of the last topic first?
We can recap that. And then
you know what? We're gonna go with ask and imply, because that's where I left off at.
Okay.
If you are inviting your man out on a date, if you are inviting your man out on a date, make sure that you're inviting him to a place that you can afford, because you're gonna be, and you should be the one end up paying. Now, as a man, if Shorty's over here asking me out on a date, as a man, I should be like, don't worry about it, baby. I got it. I got it. I got it. It's never obvious that the girl's gonna pay unless the girl actually says, it's my treat. I don't care if Shorty's over here talking about, hey, Pa, I want to take you to the Cheesecake Factory. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If she ain't saying, and it's my treat, as a man, we're going to feel like you know what? I'm gonna bring 2 bills on me and make sure that I'm good to cover the bill. Because I'm not gonna come with an embarrassment. I don't know about Shorty. I don't know if she's expecting me to pay. No, Shorty should expect her man to pay. We shouldn't have no expectations.
But with that question, with that instead, are we kind of like, you know how you say like emasculating us? Are we kind of shooting her down, I know it sounds weird.
It's us being as a man, letting her know, baby, I got you. Now, if baby wants to be like, no, papi, I got you, then it's all good. But
said the same
what I mean about asking implied, we have spoken about this. Like, let's say I'm down so I'm down and out. I'm homeless. I just got kicked out, but I got Shorty, right? I'm not telling her, hey, baby, can I move in with you, right? No, I'm implying it. And now I'm going to be like, yo, mom, I just got kicked out. I don't even have enough money to go into a hotel room right now. I don't got nobody and all this. Now, it can backfire on you because Shorty will be like, don't worry about it, papi. Just let me know where you at and I'll give you a blanket. You know? You want to invite you to where we stay over at my
gang, I'm gonna be real. I'm telling you, I'm applying, I'm homeless, and I ain't got nothing, bro. And you in your house kicking it, and we together, and you tell me, oh, I got a blanket on God, you is dropped.
It's a fleece. Bro, it's a fleece. Double layer. With a zipper.
Bro, you know why she not?
It's
you know why she not? Because you still trying to get in there. So it'd be like, okay, baby, just bring me the blanket. And when she do, you're going to be like, you know what? I don't have this to go with it. I might need a bed.
I shouldn't have to. No, I shouldn't have to.
Remember, it's all implied. It's all implied. Because we don't want to lose our masculinity.
If I tell my lady, yo, time is hard, it's rough. I done got kicked out. I ain't got nothing. I'm hurting right now. I don't got a thing. I don't know where I'm going to lay my head out. I'm telling you all my problems. And your only you eating. You good. You laying in a spot. You got ample like room for it. You don't even offer the floor. You don't even offer the couch. You like, babe, I got a fleece blanket. You dropped. You're not part of the
only reason why I'm going to agree with you is because you added the factor as far as she's already laid up in a good position. Yeah. Now, if she's still living with her parents, whatever, then it is what it is at that point.
All right, cool. You eating, you good, and you offer me.
Let's move on. We're doing good. Now, if I'm on a date, right? So I'm talking with Shorty and whatever, and it finally got to the level of let's go out on a date. Now we went out on a date, and let's the Nile. I love the Nile by International. It's like Ethiopian food and things like that. You eat with your hands. It's very exotic. I like it. Right. So we're going there for a date. Now we there and it's not even 10 or 15 minutes into the date, and I already know you're an empath too, so we feel it, right? So we're like, And I'm not saying it's a bad vibe or a bad energy. It's just not the energy that meshes with our energy. It's not the type of energy that we're looking for. It's not the type of energy that we
There's
do
no
that
vibe.
we want.
There's no vibe.
It's not that good vibe. It's just like a regular vibe. I'm not gonna just leave the date in the middle of the date and just leave Shorty there stranded. Like, you know what? Here's $100. Here, you pay for the date. I'm good. I'm out. Because it's not clicking. I'm gonna stay there and finish the date.
So wait. So
I'm glad you
you're on the date. I have to on this one, and I apologize, but you're on the date.
Right.
You feel like the vibe isn't going anywhere. Right? I mean, that's what I'm going to say. Instead of a bad vibe, it's not going anywhere.
Right.
It doesn't have to be bad, but you don't feel like you see a second date coming.
Yes, right. Agreed.
So you're in the middle of this. You're telling me you don't even see anything going on, but you're going to stay?
What's wrong with just being friends, Keith?
Well, let me ask you this. What's wrong with wasting your time? Bro,
wasting my time. I would have wasted my time if I would leave because it took time for me to get there.
Well, okay. But what I mean by that, I can't agree. Hold on, before you jump in, True, before you jump in.
Yeah, you have
that. The reason why I said that waste of time is because if you don't even see it going anywhere, you don't even
what do you know about divine timing? What do you know about God's plan? How do you know that she's not the one, the gateway to lead me
because
to my
God
future?
know me, and He would have told me sooner. Because I'm going to be like, hey, look. There's no vibe here. It's starting to feel awkward, and before I feel uncomfortable,
God may know
right,
you,
I will pay,
but you don't know God enough to have enough faith and trust in Him and His plan.
I know me personally. I'm gonna jump in on that. I know me personally. I know. This is where I go to my battle because at one point I do agree with you. At one point I do agree with the key. Like, shoot, hey, baby, look, it seemed good, but it's.
Have you been on a bad day?
Yeah, but I do have that. I do have that innate. I do have that innate interest. Like, well, maybe at this moment I may feel this way, but let's see where this goes. Because maybe. More than likely, it could actually get better by the end of the day. Because sometimes you never know what one of the factors of what brings it to the. She could be having stuff going on, and you never know what's up. The vibe may just be off for outside reasons. You know, statistics. It's outside reasons that affect that situation. And then the further you get down, because I've been on days where it start off ugly, but then the further you get into it, it's like. Okay, maybe because you find out, their mood is crazy because of something that's going on. Your mood is a little off for something, that energy, and then it's energy adjust. And next thing you know, you guys find out that y'all actually do rock with and have a lot of comments. So
press 1 if it's live, 2 if it's a replay. We will respond to all of the comments as they come through. We will respond. I'm just trying to focus that we do have a flowing conversation. Now, as True was saying, you're absolutely right, and that is the scenario that. It could lead on to something better and a better vibe towards the end of the day. Cool, that's cool. But that's not where I'm getting at. I'm also talking about, I said, she's not disrespectful. She's not coming at her face. She's not a catfish. She hasn't given you a reason to just walk out now. If she's coming out her face and doing all this crazy shit, then I thought, nobody deserves to be disrespected. If it's a bad day, I'm out. If it's a bad day, I'm out. Because God did not create nobody to blend in. We are all special. We are all important. And we all have our own damn value. And nobody, and I mean this, nobody has the right to devalue or make you feel less of what you are. I don't care if you're my kids. I don't care if you're my parents. I don't care if you're my best friend. When I mean nobody, I mean nobody. So I'm just asking that if it's a bad day, I'm out. But I'm saying it's a good date, but I just don't have that chemistry. Like, I'm sexually attracted to her. Now, I could have been attracted to her because obviously before we got to the date, I was talking to her, FaceTime and texting, getting to know each other. You know, there's steps before the date. It's not like, you're cute, let's go out. No, I need to know that I'm not wasting my time to answer your question first. So now if I took the time, I already decided that it's worth my time. You know what? I want to go out and check shorty out. See the physical energy that's exchanged between us. Now, is that if that energy I can't transmute it and transition it into growing and building a future with her, then there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to just be cool and friends. Like, damn, bro, we was already texting, we was already talking, we was already cool. Now, because I don't want to have sex with you, now I gotta drop you.
But what if that's what she wanted?
Well, then that's what she wanted, then she can drop me.
I say it because I look at it like this. I've been in the situation that we're
sex.
talking about.
I'm going to go to the end. We're going to find out.
Talk about sex.
Maybe the sex is good. We're going to see what we got.
That's cool, bro.
When it's options, you can be like, hey, you go home, whatever, I'll call another one. It don't even matter. But I've been in a situation where I've been on dates, and like you said, there was no vibe. And it's like,
it's bland.
And what I mean is, and I'm just speaking on myself, bro, where the online conversation, the texting, the everything beforehand is great. But then you meet them in person and that shy settles in. Now, like you said, I've been with people where they've been able to break out of that and eventually things get better. But I've also been where communication through social media, through texting is easier for them because they got balls there. Yeah. And then when they get in person, they're not the same person that they are through text. And it's like, yo, I don't even feel this, I'm not about to sit here for another 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes eating a meal, trying to hold a conversation, and I feel awkward this whole time. I'm going to be like, yo, look, before we even order, appetizers coming, I got something else I got to go do. I'm not feeling this. And that's if I'm being brutally honest, I'm going to tell them straight up like that. But if I see that they're interested in me, but my interests changed, I might break it off to where you're like, you know what? I don't see us going anywhere. We can continue this, and have drinks, but I'm gonna go do something else.
I'm gonna be real.
Just because I don't want to leave myself in a position of where I feel like I just wasted an hour of my time.
Well, I'm gonna be brutally honest. True, let's do it. I'm gonna be brutally honest. In those situations, I'm actually honest about the whole situation. Like, hey, you were cool. You know, we had the conversation when we were online. We was doing this. It was dope. I don't know what's going on here, but to be honest with you, like, the vibe is off. One thing I don't play with, like, I'm very blunt about that. Mm-hmm. I'm very blunt about all that. So
you're gonna need that if you want to be on this show.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
You're gonna need that because you're gonna get some backlash if you don't.
I'm very honest about all that. So if the vibe is off, I'm gonna say it because not only let's just be blunt. You're not the only. I'm pretty sure you're not the only one feeling it. If the vibe is off, it's not just you feeling it, because vibes are connections. So therefore, they are also feeling it. So sometimes that brutally honest moment may be the icebreaker. Like, look, hey, you cool? When we was talking online, we was vibing. We was having a good time. This and that. Now you quiet. Like, is there something like what's going on here where it's a disconnect?
I'm
not feeling the vibe here.
They just shy.
And sometimes you might need to be a forward so they break them out that, you know what I'm saying, break that ice so where they can feel comfortable with you. Because it's like, well, why are you comfortable with me online, but when you in front of me, what is it about my demeanor that's making you feel this way? And I don't want you to feel that way because obviously I'm here and you're here to not waste your time. We're hoping to have the best time. Let's just break that down.
So then let's answer that question right now. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with your demeanor. It has nothing to do with you taking it personal. It has everything to do about them. So that's the real question. What's really good with you? Yeah. Now, keepers out here saying they're shy, and the reality is that can be true. Or it can also be an excuse as well. Like, and now you could be brutally honest and blunt with Shorty and be like, yo, mom, what's really good? You're like this, and now you're like this. And more than likely, it's her responsibility to keep it brutal with you as well. Hey, listen, you're not what I expected. I thought this, whatever it is, just be true. Whatever your truth is, whatever it is, just speak it. Yeah. Live it and act like it. You know, I can respect that. Don't spare my feelings. Just be brutal with it. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to be on some, I was shy, I had a bad day, I had this and all that, don't prolong it. Don't drag it out. Just keep it brutal is what it is, and I'll be able to respect it from
where it's at. Exactly. Like, keep it. I feel like it's funny because I had a conversation with a guy earlier, and he was like, we were talking about like conversations with children and stuff like that. But I realized you can carry this on with people, giving a person a moment or a section or a zone in your time to where they can comfortably speak to you about how they feel without the fear of your backlash or your feedback. Like, and sometimes people don't say what they feel because they are afraid that your response may be, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why you can't be brutally honest with someone you really like. You can't be brutally honest with someone that you are scared to push away. It's easy for us.
Not saying you can't be honest, just to be clear. It's not saying you can't be honest, just you
brutally
can't
honest.
be brutally honest.
And this is in generally speaking. Why? Because of the interest. Now, it's cool for me to be brutally honest with, let's say, my brothers, my sisters, my parents, my kid, and whatever. Why? Because they're always there. Because they're always going to be there. I have no fear of pushing them away. That's my mom. That's my son. That's my brother. That's my best friend. They ain't going nowhere. I don't have that fear. But now, if it's somebody that we're interested in, let's put ourselves in. It's shorty that we're talking to, somebody that we like. We're on that. I'm not saying talking. We're shorty that we like. We all know that quote unquote like, right? Yeah. We good on that eye. So with shorty that we actually like, it's not that easy for us. I'm not saying we can't do it, it's impossible. I'm just saying there's a slight hesitation that comes within us that would be like, but if I tell her that, how is she gonna take it? Is she gonna get offended? Is she so sensitive?
That's probably
Will she cut me
my
off?
problem, because honestly, like, I'm the kind of person where it's like, in real life, and just for me, you know, I feel like in order for me to take you to a certain level in my life, I need to be able to be comfortable, to be able to be honest with you. And not just honest, but brutally honest and know. Like, because I don't want to feel like I'm giving you my representative. I'm giving you me. And do you love me for me? I don't want to get this far in the game. And because you're going to be who you are regardless. So whether you're giving them a representative now, as in like, oh, who I want you to perceive me as right here, at the end of the day, say y'all go further, at the end of the day, you're gonna be who you are. Then you're gonna start showing, all right, girl. You remember I said I be clipping my toe, man. I don't be clipping my toe. I clip them in the tub.
And that's that's why it's so important to be. And that's why it's so important to be brutally honest, especially from the get. And it's just like Christopher Rodriguez says, like, females, rather we be honest. It's all about how it's said. Now that's two parts to that. Females would rather us all be honest. I don't agree with that, but I do agree with the approach. We spoke about it on the Christmas special, right? The approach, the delivery, on how you say things. Now, the reason why I disagree with females just want you to be honest, because females know what they want and they get what they want. They try to go for what they want. Like an example, like segue to the next topic. Like, why is it that you keep inviting invites, accepting the invites from a person that you have no future with? All right, that's cool. That's on us. But why does shorty keep sending those invites too?
Oh yeah, that's what she want.
That's right. That's what she want.
Yeah, she ain't hearing. I mean, a person knows what they want, but it's like, I feel like you setting it's kind of like setting, almost like, not saying a reality check, but setting who you are, your standard, because you have to put who you are out there. I would rather you at the front gate get who I am and be like, you know what? I can't deal with that before I get my feelings involved. Because if I get my feelings, I love hard. So if I love you and I'm thinking you love me, and then you like,
that's a problem.
The way he be saying this,
that's an issue right there, my friend. That's an issue. What
he
said when he said
he loves hard.
So you heard it too, right?
That's
bad.
I love myself hard.
So I'm gonna naturally love you hard.
But let me explain what I mean by that, because I do too. You feel me? When I love concrete hard, bro.
See this? I gotta say what I gotta say, because
let me finish what I'm saying, bro. When I finally decide, when I get to that point of commitment, I'm all in. Okay. Once I'm to that point, now obviously there's a lot of tribulations, circumstances, difficulties, speed bumps before we get to that point. I'm not talking about that path.
No.
I'm talking about the destination. I'm talking about once I get to that place of I decided, or I made the choice, me, myself, not influenced by others, not persuaded by how other people feel. No, me, myself, I made that decision, that choice, like, wow, I'm okay with committing myself. Once I made that decision, I'm all in and I'm gonna love hard. That's it. Now the issue with that is that how am I gonna even get to that point when nowadays we're so hurt that we'd rather not even give ourselves a chance to fall in love again?
Well, and that's sort of along the lines of where I was going to take it, because I'm not going to say I necessarily disagree with what you guys are saying. Especially when I decide to commit, I'm all in. That part I can agree with. But the part I was really just like, wow, really, you too? Is the loving hard part. And what I mean by that is it comes with the double-edged sword, because people that love hard hate just as hard. And maybe hate is a strong word, but what I mean by that is let that person that you loved hard hurt you. They gonna feel it.
But you only get to that point if you haven't had a resolution within yourself, as far as you love yourself more.
Yeah, because I say that's what I put out there too, right? I love myself hard. I don't have a problem with that
first.
So I understand people. And as a factor, I noticed that. So that's why I say or rather be honest. I don't want you to try to take this wrong, because I'm rather be honest with you up front. Like, I'm talking about every aspect, meaning, hey, I do this, this, and this, and that, and this is who I am as a person. I'd rather you know this up front, because it gives you the power as a person to know, hey, as a woman to know, okay, I don't want to go that route with this person, or, you know what? I love him for that. I want to be this route with this person, because then I know for a fact, you coming this far with me, you are in with me. You're not, okay, I didn't give you no fake representative. Then when the truth comes out, it's like, you didn't tell me you like salt on your steak. No, you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's certain things that she don't like.
Just like there are steps before the date, there are also steps before the commitment and the relationship. Now, when you said what you said, you're disregarding the fact that the steps have already been completed. You're speaking more in general, because most people are like this. Most people that get into a relationship are, number one, not content with solitude. Okay. Number two, has not searched and has not found their own happiness within. That's what I'm talking about. So that's why I have to add those factors, so you can understand why we disagree with the statement as those that love hard hate just as much. Yeah. I can agree with that statement if those steps hasn't been taken in place, because nowadays people would rather get into a relationship instead of just being alone and feeling lonely. I just need company. Yeah, I get it. We're all social people. So when you say people that love hard hate just as much, those people are still dealing and going through with insecurities. For an example, you text Shorty took way longer than expected to respond to you, and now your insecurities are creating your imagination, which creates your reality, and it is what it is, and now you're like, what happened? What's this? What's that? When the reality is, if you was already content with solitude, you're already busy. You're too busy to even think about, oh snap, I forgot to text her. Oh shit, Shorty responded? Oh, all right, cool. And this is why I agree with that statement as far as from Will Smith, like, I have my own happiness. I search for my own happiness. I have it already. I'm happy. You're happy. Great, I'm happy for you. Now we get together and we join that happiness and we're happy together. So now it doesn't matter what you did or what you didn't do, as long as it's not disrespectful to me or the relationship. Let's keep it clear. We're not going to accept disrespect as well. And that's what I disagree with the fact, like, Shorty was disagreeing with you, Normani. I disagree with you, Keith. Those that love hard do not hate hard. And that's why I wanted to explain as far as the perception that you're talking about.
Well, and that's what it is. It's my perspective. And the only reason why I mention it is because in the experiences that I've been in, the ones that have loved, that said, oh, I love hard. And I get that. At the end of it, when things didn't work out, those were the ones that, like, hated the most. And I mean, held grudges, like, tried to talk bad on you. Like, I mean, they loved hard, but the moment they didn't get what they want, the moment it didn't work out the way they wanted it to, the moment that, things changed.
Maybe they don't love hard. Maybe they fell so hard into lust that they still got a bruise on their head.
Well, I look at that as well, okay, because those, I'm going to use that as an example. For those people. Hold on, let's talk about real quick what Lil Mama said. What she said, love dollar. I'd rather a man be honest and tell me straight up than to break my heart. But I move on better, because when they break my heart, they later learn that they broke their own as well. Facts. I actually rock with that, because in real life,
dive into that.
Okay, I'm definitely,
because I don't agree with it. So dive into it.
Well, I agree to a strong extent. To a certain extent. Love Bella, shout out to you.
Definitely shout out.
Big shout out. I think what she's diving into is saying, and it's like kind of touching on what you just said, when they're holding grudges and this and that. Those people are, instead of going in within themselves and figuring themselves out and loving themselves, they've gotten, it's almost loving themselves to an extent, like, well, I like these parts about me, but they haven't gotten to the dark parts about them yet. And they haven't figured that out. So they're going outward, meaning those are those people that are looking outward. They're looking for their partner to give them their happiness. They're looking for their partner to give them their love. They're looking for their partner to give them the clarity in their self that they should have figured out within them a long time ago. So when that person is being them and they hurt them, that's why the grudges are there, because they feel like, oh, you betrayed me, you cheated me, but in real retrospect, you already cheated yourself because you put too much power into someone else that you should have gave the power to yourself already. And
I can agree with
period.
that.
Because once you get to a point, you understand people, regardless, people are going to be who they are no matter what. No matter what your expectation is on them, no matter what their expectation is on them, they're going to be them. And your expectation on them has nothing, and it's hard to say and hard to come to grips with, has nothing, literally nothing to do with them. So that means if you haven't found to figure out this thing within you and you're still holding on to grudges, because there's people, let's be real, if you holding on to grudges, that doesn't mean you just holding on to that grudge with them. You've already held on grudges before. You held on this. That's something you need to figure out within yourself, and you haven't figured out unhappiness. Why is that grudge still there? Why is that baggage still on you? Why does it bother you so much 4 years down the line?
Because you relied on somebody else to fix your own issues that only you have responsibility and control over.
Facts, bro. So hence, real life, Bella, I do agree, because it's something that you have to figure out within yourself. It's something you realize, because in these things, in real life, the relationships are mirrors. You're naturally attracted to somebody that is a common with you. So they broke your heart. They didn't break your heart. You broke your own heart because you put your own expectations on them, and they just being them. They don't have to live up to your expectations. They have to live up to their own, and you have to live up to your own expectations. Hence why, back to what you said with Will Smith, when he says, my happiness, it's like cheating the next person for you to put the responsibility of your happiness in their hands. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You're playing backwards. You're treadmilling. Mm-hmm. Period.
So why do you keep accepting invites for somebody that you have no future with?
I don't.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, you actually said that. Like, okay, so you already know that it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I do.
But so when she invites you to company parties and family gatherings, you decline it, right?
Right. So
why do you decline?
Because real life. Okay, real life. We understand that we only smash and we only have a physical thing. And you're inviting me still to, oh, my mom is this. That may mean something to you on a level that, oh, if I show up, that may mean, oh, well, he really cared. No, I told you we only smashed it. So I'm not about to send you mixed signals. Not at all.
Okay, so as far as to mislead him.
No, I'm not about to hear them mislead you. Hey, man, you tripping.
Why do you keep accepting it then? Because you
you
do.
In all honesty, for two reasons. The first reason is because I like to go out. I like to do things. I don't like to just stay in the house. I like to go out. Right. Second, and actually, this one actually came up because of something you said earlier about the date thing. And it was, if we're friends, I mean, even if it's just the smash, we're friends. I can hang out with you outside the smash. The problem isn't in me hanging out with you. The problem is in you wanting what you want after I told you you're not getting it. I don't mind going with you to your work friends. Shit, I might see somebody there I like.
Hero.
I'm being honest. Because what I'm saying is if we establish, hey, look, you a good smash. You like me, whatever, right. And this is all it is. Like, I don't see anything more with you. If you're inviting me out, I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go. Why not?
You talk about mom.
Why not?
We go from inviting me out to
because and the reason I said that is because I don't feel like that point is misleading. If I already said there's not gonna be.
So the whole time when they're like, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm just a smash friend.
You already know, bro. Like every time you talk, bro.
True.
Like look, you going through this too, bro. Like every time you meet a shorty and you let her know what the deal is. Say, listen, ma, I don't want nothing serious. I don't want a relationship. This is the situation right now, and this and this. A lot of times, more than likely, the show's gonna be like, "That's cool, pa. I'm the same way. I'm good too." And you already know what happens down the road.
And that's it.
But but like how it was presented to me, if you were telling her, if y'all understand, this is supposed to be understanding of this and this and that. Just like I said, I made the statement earlier. You get your GPS like everybody's done it before. You get on GPS, you get this and that. GPS tells you you're gonna make it to your destination at 7:35. You have an understanding as well, okay? But in your mind, bet I'm about to beat that time. 7:38. I'm about to get there at 7:20, and we gonna do it. Meaning that doesn't mean just because they have an understanding that they are with you on that. They have their own intentions, their own agenda. So she's like, that. Okay, just smash buddies.
Real quick.
So he gonna come to my mama's spot. He gonna love it.
So the reason you would turn down the invite, knowing that you nothing but a smash, the reason you would turn it down is because you don't want to be misleading, right?
Yeah, I don't want to.
So if the communication is established ahead of time that this is nothing but a smash, how is going with her to a work function or out on a date or to the movies or something?
Okay, now
misleading.
That's now okay.
Okay, come on over to my side, brother. Come on over to my side. Come on over.
I'm coming. Okay, I guess
the only reason why you would keep accepting invites from somebody that you have no future with is because of one word, because of agreement. Because of the agreement made prior. If you have an agreement with Shorty, like, listen, this is what it is, then this is what it is.
I think I just know me. I'll probably subtly still let them know
what it is.
That's crazy.
You know what it is.
Like
but Keeper's on like, nah. Keeper's on like, nah. I already told Shorty what it is, so she wants to keep on inviting me. Then
like
whatever. I'm gonna keep on moving.
Bro,
I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm gonna do.
I like to be around people. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know me. I mess around, still be giving solo indications. Oh, this is a good movie for a smash spread.
Anytime a shorty tells me that she loves hard, in my mind, all I heard was, I'm a stalker.
Oh, they did? Nah, I wouldn't say that because then if me saying
say it.
She might mess around with you.
Say it.
I ain't gonna stalk her.
Say it.
I'm just saying.
I'm asking questions after that. Shorty's out here, because I love hard. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you love hard?
I like this because this was from a woman. Liz Peter said, when sex is involved, there's no agreement.
Ooh, disrespectful.
But it's true because of the energy that's exchanged with that person. So it's like, and especially women that are more emotional, you already know they take sex more deep or more serious than we are. Right?
I'm like, what was her name?
That's Liz Peter. That's
real life. So when sex is involved, there's no agreement. So even if you both look at each other like, hey, this ain't going no further than this sexual agreement. We can make it do whatever, we can eat together, but all we care about is the sex with each other. I don't want you as a woman. You don't want me as your man. We only want, there's no such thing as agreement, so no, a verbal, that is crazy.
Hey, that's going to sound good, and then she going to cook for you. And then you're gonna be like, oh man, you cook just like my mom.
No,
and then she
what
I mean by that, true, is she gonna do everything she know you like, because like what she's saying, when the sex is involved, she might have said that's all this gonna be. But if she don't want you having sex with nobody else, she gonna do everything to make sure the only person you have sex with is her for the rest of your life. If you ask me, that sounds like a relationship.
Nah, because I'm gonna keep letting her know, boy, hey, this egg, boy, I ain't never had a sex partner that, like cook eggs like this. That was good. Still sex though, but it's good though.
And then it's gonna be, I ain't never had a sex partner that made a turkey and cheese
I got two questions.
And I never been.
Hold up,
I know you eating all your meals at her house.
Going to sleep fair on medium, no worries. I'm good.
I got two questions, but this one's for the viewers.
Oh, that's
okay.
good.
Right? And I got one for you guys. So I'm gonna ask the viewers one question first. This is specifically for the ladies. Ladies, how do you guys feel about the rules or protocol that Steve Harvey has on his book on Think Like a Man, right? No, this is not for y'all. This is not for y'all. This is for the ladies. Do you agree or disagree? That's it. I have a part 2 to that question. Now for you guys, I'm going to say this.
Okay.
Come on, brother.
As far as being humble,
nope.
Broke people have no choice.
False.
And I know you had something for that.
I'll set you up for that.
Bro, broke people have no choice but to be humble?
It depends on the person. I agree with you, but I'm only saying it depends because I've met somebody that was homeless that humble wasn't in his vocabulary. Is it? To him, and I'm just being honest.
He was on drugs. He was on drugs.
He might have been. To him, now he was living his best life.
Go ahead, bro. Because I know you got something to say about this. Talk to me.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so. Let's break down broke. Now, are we talking about broke as in your physicality?
I'm talking about broke as far as you don't have nothing.
Nothing. So, but dude, I'm saying broke as in your mentality or broke as in your...
You don't have nothing.
Okay.
You have nothing,
There's two types of broke people. There's people that are broke meaning you, as in what you see now.
Include them all.
Include them all. But broke. In real life, there's some ambitious person right now that don't have nothing. But their mentality is not broke. They're not humble. You know why? Because they know where they're going to be. They know where they're going. You don't have to be humble and be like, and humble as in meaning like, bowing down, because bowing down to the whims of what everybody else goes around. I'm gonna push that humble line. You know you are standing tall and confident in what you're gonna bring to the table. It just ain't manifested yet, but you are gonna stand tall in that. I don't have to be humble. I ain't got nothing now, but understand, I got 5 to 10 years, baby. You gonna wish you was here.
I'm gonna separate your rebuttal with 3 things. Before I get to that, since people don't know what are the Steve Harvey rules, I'm gonna give y'all one. The 90-day probation. Waiting 90 days before you sleep with the guys. That's just one rule. Do you agree with Steve Harvey saying you should make the guy wait 90 days before you're giving it up to him? That's just one. Now to go back to you, I'm gonna separate it with 3 things. Now you use words such as broke, such as humble. You also use confident. But there's a big difference between being humble, confident, and cocky. Okay. So now, since you use confidence, I'm gonna say very thin line, like a string thin line, bro, like very thin. So let's go with confidence. Confidence, you know who you are. You know your own worth.
Right.
Humbleness is you know that you're not better than anybody else.
Let's go there. Okay.
Okay. You're not better than anybody else. You're equal than everybody else, right? Like we're both human and things like that. Now, granted, I may know more English than you. That's an example, right? But that doesn't still make me better than you either.
Right.
You feel me? I'm humbled in myself to know that I'm still not better than you. Now, when I say broke people have no choice but to be humble, it's because humility is not tested throughout your circumstances. Humility is actually tested on how good you're doing. Now talk to me how humble you are when you are set. Talk to me how humble you are when you did hit that lottery. Talk to me how humble you are when you got $1 million in your bank account. Then I want you to tell me how humble you really are. Because money is not the root to all evil.
Facts.
The love of money is.
Spotlight.
You feel me?
Facts.
So what I mean by that is like money only gives you the power to be who you really are.
Facts.
So if I'm broke and I ain't got no money, I ain't got no power to be who I really want. So the only choice I have is to be humble and be okay and be alright and be cool with people. But I can't call myself humble because once I hit that ticket and I'm cutting everybody off, how humble was I in the beginning?
I disagree.
Exactly. I still think like just to bounce off what you said earlier. I have met some people that don't have a thing and they are not humble in the least. You like, brother, you don't got a thing, but you just
listen.
Are they cocky?
Speaking on that,
and talk about down other people like they are, like you said, in reference of what humble is, and like they're better than these people. You know what I'm saying? And don't have a thing like, brother, you make money just like me.
So then all those people need a reality check.
Listen, you want to know something?
Like how you gonna make me feel less? Like my killer, like. You still living with your moms and you're still acting this cocky?
Bro.
Then you need a reality check.
Bro.
And they need more people like us, brutally honest people like us, to check them on their shit because you know what? That's the reason why they're still stuck in that position. Why? Because they look, when they look in the mirror, they still have their eyes closed. They're still seeing what they think they want to see. They don't open their eyes and actually see who they really are.
Yeah.
If they saw themselves to who they really are, they wouldn't be so cocky. They would humble themselves.
What you say?
And do what it is that they need to do to attain and achieve the goals and dreams of their lives.
If that's what their goals are. And the reason why I mentioned what I said about I've met somebody in my past, like I've met somebody that was literally homeless, without a home. Forget staying at a friend's house or somewhere else, without a home, sleeping in the streets. All he had was the clothes on his back and a bicycle that he stole it, but that's all he had. And one day I had a conversation with this guy, and I'm trying to make it as short as possible, not take too much time on this. But basically, I was a manager at a store, and I used to come outside and talk. And he came up to me one time, and he was like, "Look, man, my life better than yours. A homeless dude, random, my life better than yours. What are you talking about?
Why?
Like, I can provide. I'm giving you, like, you asked me for $1, I'm giving you money, and your response to that is your life's better than mine. It's like, yeah, you're restricted. What do you mean? What time you got to be to work in the morning?" I was
That's
like,
a whole
I said I work 9 to 5. I got a job. I'm working. What do you mean?
No, I would have checked the shit out that nigga. I would have been, fuck that. But I would have been like, no, you're restricted. Go get a Big Mac right now, you bum.
And that's what he did. You want to know something? Stitch. Not for nothing, I swear. I did that. It's because I worked literally next to a McDonald's. I was like, bro, you're restricted. I can go get whatever I want, whenever I want. I worked for it. I earned it. He said, really? He was like, okay, so what you're trying to say is I can't get what I want. Okay. He got off his bike. He went in front of Big Mac. He said like this, "Excuse me, man. I'm really hungry. I just want something to eat. Can you help me out?" And this is what he told me. Since in regards to the cockiness and the humble of it all, and just breaking it down to that, he said, "You know what limits you?" Oh, my bad. He said, "You know what limits you? Your pride." See, your pride tells you got to provide everything for yourself because you earned it in order for you to have it. He was like, "I don't have that problem. I can ask somebody." And he said, "Just like you can go in there and get you a Big Mac, I'm going to get me one too. Watch."
It's not about pride. It's not about pride. It's not about none of that bullshit. At the end of the day, don't cut me off, bro. At the end of the day, I got a fucking son. I got a daughter. And the last thing I'm going to teach my kids is that they got to go out there and beg for their shit. The first thing I'm going to teach my kids is that they could go and get it on their own. Now, I don't know cocky shit. Now, I don't know humble shit either. Or no confident shit that they should be able to believe on themselves.
I'm going to say this, period. At no time in this world, I don't want anybody to really to feel that or have that feeling. You always, in every aspect of your life, period, have a choice. Don't let nobody let you believe that you have no choice to do nothing. You always have a choice. And I come from the most rural, crazy areas where people feel like that. You only are what you believe you are. You only have a choice when you don't think you don't have a choice. You always have a choice. Once you decide to do something, that's a decision. It's a choice. And now, I don't fully agree with what he said. The homeless man, he did drop a freaking gem on you.
Yeah, because we could take it how we want to take it.
Yeah, because on Gang Life, what he's really dropping out, outside of the systematic understanding, and with my pride as a man too, I refuse to go out there and beg. But what he did drop on you is, what he was giving you as an understanding is his freedom.
Yes, that's it.
His freedom.
That's
and that
it.
freedom is a choice. I can't even shoot down what he said to you. Actually, I would have took that like, this man, a choice. It's all a choice. There is no such thing as no choice unless you are living in a country that puts a gun in your head and make you do something. You have a serious, and even then, you have a choice.
Y'all can all call that bum a smart man, but the last thing I'm going to call him is a wise man.
Oh, no.
Because at the end of the day, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't know how to apply it, then you don't have the wisdom for it.
Facts.
That's all it is. That's what wisdom is. Being able to apply the laws of the universe in the correct manner if it is. Now, next week, we're also going to be talking about dating somebody younger than you, dating somebody older than you. You know, we're going to talk about as far as it's hard to be brutally honest with somebody that you actually have interest in. We have a couple of topics to talk about next week. I definitely want to thank everybody else for tuning in. Let me see if I can read through the comments real quick before we end the show.
Hey, there's some rules. Yeah, we got some rules. I want to see what the rules are like.
Press one if y'all watching live. I told y'all, just be honest without specific. Females rather be honest. I read that one because nobody is honest enough to say what they want. Look, let's just be friends. Or listen, we can blah 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 blah. No, we beat around the bush. Yeah, we beat around the bush because we don't want to hurt each other's feelings. Love better. I'd rather men be honest and tell me straight up than to break my heart. You're right. I mean, at least you still have the respect when you are brutally honest with people. At least you still have that respect. How can we love someone if we don't love ourselves? You can't. I disagree with you, Keith. Those that love hard do not hate hard. We spoke about that. I agree with you, Keith. I agree with you, True. I agree with you, Stitch. Thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Age is just a number until that gap is too big. Laugh my ass off.
We're going to talk about that next week. What number is too big?
Now, to the second part question of that Steve Harvey is that if you're okay with making the guy wait 90 days before you sleep with him, or are you okay with the guy making you wait 90 days?
We're going to have to talk on that next week, Stitch. We're going to have to add that in.
See that answer.
Oh man, you good? Yeah, good. Anything else I want to get off your chest? I think I'm good. I got it all. I mean, I literally, guys, I have 10 episodes written down on my notes.
That's what I'm talking
about. I got 10 episodes coming on the way. I have enough things to. But for this
show,
for this right now, I got my things off my chest.
Let's talk about it. You know what? I like it. Older than you.
I was gonna say, man.
That brutally honest one. I can't wait for that one. Being brutally honest up front. Yeah, I like that. You know, telling somebody that, you know, you care about and all that, all straight up for it. Yeah, I'd rather that. Because it is, we'll go for that. We'll get there too. Tune in next time. Because, yeah, we got some combos. I'm ready.
Okay, so this Peter's like, but you should be teaching your kids that if they need help to ask and that it's okay to ask for help because, they can ask me and they can ask your mother.
Pride to shoot you in your foot, bro.
You know?
No, that's
another thing. At the end of the day, pride never ever bought my daughter diapers.
Facts.
You know, there has to be a balance with that because at the end of the day, you know, when you have too much pride, you don't do what it is that you really need to do. Like at the end of the day, I had to collect change on the ground. I used to be homeless for a couple of weeks. I had to do whatever it is that I needed to do, working overnights at Staples, whatever it is. As long as my daughter was taken care of, I did it. But guess what? I didn't get stuck there. That's the issue with the homeless guy. Now he could say all this and that, but he still had that choice because if freedom is that important to you, guess what? You could still be free from financial responsibilities if you are a successful business owner. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're getting your bread, if you're hustling and you're doing what it is that you need to do on your own, you don't always have to work for somebody. Work for yourself. Not asking people for money.
Even in that aspect, you're confined to that. As an entrepreneur, you're confined to that aspect. You're still confined to it. So honestly,
not if you're on the path of having residual income where you're having your money work for itself.
I mean, but even still, you pushed out, you got residual income. We'll use residual income. At one point, they destroyed everything. Because when you're doing all that, you're creating a legacy. You know what I'm saying? You're creating a legacy, creating a residual income, all those things that's working for you. Now, what if you wake up one day and all that is snatched away?
I mean, you can do it again because you learned how to do it the first way. Correct. And as residual income, let's say as an artist, I got a single out, it's popping. Till this day, Cardi B is gonna get paid for Bodak Yellow till the day she dies. That's residual income. But does she have to do anything else about that song? But she doesn't even have to perform it anymore.
But the deeper push is, are you really free? But the deeper push is, are you legitimate? And this is where that catch-22 is. Are you legitimately free then? And there goes that push. That's why I said he dropped the gym. Granted, though, it goes against like it's unpopular opinion, and you know what I'm saying. You know, with that being said, but there's a freedom there. Cause like he said, he looked you dead in your face when he was like, bro, I can go get a Big Mac. He looked you dead in your face, like, I can go do that. I don't have a problem.
And the reality of it is to an extent he can. And what I mean is the extent is depending on someone else. Because at the end of the day, if he's hungry now, but the next 100 people he asks to get him a Big Mac tell him no, and it take him 2 hours to get one, then he's starving for 2 hours.
Technically working a 9 to 5 to get that Big Mac.
There's also a thin line between the freedom and power. Yeah. Because for an example, okay, so he went to this day and said, I want a Big Mac. No, you're gonna get a cheeseburger.
You're gonna get the cheapest thing they got on the damn menu.
But you're hungry.
Getting what you want, getting what you want, and getting what's good, right?
Thank y'all all for tuning in, man. I love you guys all. It's your boy Stitches NBC out here again. Ya tú saben que estamos. We see y'all guys next week. Tuning out. Stitches NBC.
Real True Walton, Notorious True, you know, I'm building.
You boy, Roto Keith, man. See you next week.
Yo, man, we love you guys all. Thank y'all all. I love you guys.
Love. That was a beat, man. That was the beat.